Shaun Attwood here, London-based author and activist. Just got in front of me letter number 81 from T-Bone. T-Bone is a massive former US Marine in Arizona prison, stitched up by a dirty system, a racist system, and he's got a 13-year sentence. They said he took $20 off a countertop in a shop and gave him 13 years for that, and he's appealing it. So T-Bone is a brave guy. He's massive, and he uses his skills as a US Marine to protect young people from getting assaulted. And of course, if you do that, if you stand up for people in prison, it can get you in all kinds of trouble with other prisoners. There's a lot of predators in there, and he's had to have a lot of fights over the years standing up for what he believes in. So I'm going to read you his latest. My brother, things have gotten out of control when it comes to dope. I've decided to step back on helping some guys, and it's because of their addictions. Please tell the kids over there to please never smoke that poison called spice. That crap is kicking people in the arse over here. Some people can never walk again because of it, and some guys go crazy and do things that make people stop and stir. Then there's those who pass out, and those who walk around like zombies, and those who go around and steal. Then there's black and speed and spice. He means heroin. Guys went to work today at Pima Parks, and they came back drunk and threw up all over the van. They had no shame. SSU, which is like prison police investigation people, just came in here and took them out of here because that's crazy. Getting drunk at work in prison, it's like slapping someone in the face. I had to stop 4 guys from jumping on an old man who was reading his book, and told them to chill out with all the crazy stuff. They were as high as the stars and started to get rough because they were being influenced by the devil. They started yelling and screaming and throwing stuff. TVs, radios, food. I got up slowly, went up to the littlest guy and slapped him upside the head and pushed the biggest one into the wall, and they stopped. Now the old man, one would think, would appreciate me coming over there to his aid. No. He went off on me and called me any and everything he could think of except the N-word. And then he says, I could have taken them. As he walked to the bathroom with his cane, I laughed, of course, and went back to my bunk as I was reading Caesar the Gaelic War. Some 40 minutes later, those arseholes came back and actually tried to take my TV. Now remember, these guys are high. I threw hot coffee on them. I mean, the coffee was hot and stood up. They looked as if they really wanted to deal with me in a divisive way. Let me say that things went south lickety-split, and only by the grace of God was I able to go to sleep that night. I had to deal with them, Shaun, and I am not happy or proud about any of it. My left side is on fire as I write this letter to you, my brother. Getting hurt on hurting people isn't cool, and neither is allowing evil to become the norm. But as I sit here and write this letter, there is all kinds of evil taking place all around me. People shooting dope and smoking dope. This one arsehole tried to talk this guy into giving him a blowjob until I told him to knock it off. Then he goes to the shower and tried to force his way into the shower with this weak-ass dude who's scared of his own face in the mirror. I am being completely honest, Shaun. This dude is scared of everything, even the cops who work here. I thought for a while that he was just trying to get by and get out, you know, take the crap and let whatever happens be as it may. No, this kid, he's 35, he's been around, he's just weak in his belief of himself. He won't put his faith in God. He thinks he can do everything himself, like not trusting God and getting his strength from him. He thinks playing games with people and letting them take from him is the answer. I told him, man, tell them to stop. He just looked at me, and I saw the fear that only the devil puts in the hearts of men. Not more than 15 minutes later, I sat here and watched this guy who was out of his mind on that spice crap come over to him, sit on his bunk, and I listened to him say, "Wood, I need $20 of food right now." The guy looked over at me and he said to him, "No." The guy got red in the face and actually said, "Okay," walked away, came back with the mop bucket and said, "Stay there, I'll be right back." He gets the mop and told the scary guy to clean his house and says, "No." Now Shaun, this gets crazy. The crazy dude actually pulls out his penis, his dick, his shank, and tells the guy to suck his dick or go clean his house. Everyone who heard him expected that dude to jump up and kick his butt, but he just sat there. The CO guard came by doing his walk, and the high dude leaves. The weak guy goes to the head bathroom to piss, and I heard people whispering and looking at the head, and I went over there and couldn't believe what was happening. He was willingly giving the dude a blowjob. He was just letting the guy put his dick in his mouth. I threw the spice crazy dude into the sinks and he got out of there on his hands and knees. The guard was standing in the door shaking his head and couldn't believe that guy let that happen. Everyone who saw it and heard was overcome with wow. The guy came back to his bunk. I can't believe what I'm reading. And said thanks and asked me, why don't I take advantage of people like the dope heads do? I said, I don't like bullies and God will ask us why we've done and said the things we've said and done. He asked me, how do you do the things you do? I said, it's God who puts in the right places at the right time. It's Him working through us. He blinked his eyes and laid down on his bunk. I asked God to give the man confidence and strength. All that happened because of the demon of addiction that causes man to want that crap. That spice is serious. It really does put people in a total death spiral. Those guys broke into a building at work to get that beer, and yes, they were smoking spice days before. The weak dude is now going to church and learning about God. He knows it's going to be hard. Me, I'm doing okay. I just miss you, man. I'm working hard on my federal habeas corpus. He's trying to appeal his case, like I said in the beginning. But I have no case law and legal help. I love you, bro, and God bless you. Each one teach one, strength and honor, steel, embrace. And he did. T-Bone did get a bill from the clerk of the Superior Court. And it was for $145. So I did pay that for him, and a huge thank you to all the people who have sent in donations to help T-Bone. He has his own donation page. Please help T-Bone. His long-suffering wife, they've got a load of kids together, and his daughter recently died, and they've been going through very hard times. You guys have been really helpful donating to T-Bone. If you want to donate, The link is in the description box below this video. I've had a few people write to me as to whether T-Bone has got any legal assistance yet. He does not have legal assistance yet. If you are working in that field, he is housed in the Arizona state prison system. So he would need help in the Arizona state court system. But to appeal that, like he said, he's got to do the appeals in the federal court system. So he's using the federal court system to appeal against the Arizona state system. That is the kind of help that he needs. So if you email me for his details, go to my website, ShaunAttwood.com, contact box. I can provide you to that if you want to step up and help T-Bone try and get him out earlier. On this 13-year stretch, I think he's got about 4 or 5 years left to serve. It would be nice to get him out, get him in with doing talks in the schools and colleges and churches, and help him build a more solid foundation for when he gets out so that he doesn't go back to crime. He also needs help with the PTSD from being in the Marines. He saw action, came back, and I don't believe that he's dealt with those things to this day, because when I asked him to tell me those stories, what happened, he got really mad. And he was like explosive. He didn't want to talk about it. So there's things inside there that maybe it's been enough time now. He's able to talk to someone about it and deal with it and get that professional help. So many of my friends in prison were ex-soldiers, come back from wars, stressed out, didn't get the help, got on street drugs, and ended up in prison because of that. It's really sad. Alright, if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe. Subscription logo, bottom right hand corner. And the links to all my other stuff are in the description box below this video. And if you don't know who T-Bone is properly, there is a video on my YouTube channel called Who is T-Bone? Check that one out for a full description of the things that he does. Alright, take care out there. Cheers from London. Bye.